Unacademy. Let's crack it.
So what sources you followed? Like multiple sources, as you're saying. So the best sources which you can, give us.
Right. So I mean, there are a lot of sources that come to my mind, for instance, but I'll tell you, first of all, like instead of going into the direct sources, I'll tell you something very basic. So what I would do is that for every word in the syllabus, I would put it in Google News and read at least the first couple of pages, the सारे articles जो होते थे, whatever they are saying. Now you will find out that जो सारे articles हिंदू से नहीं होंगे, कुछ Times of India से भी होंगे, कुछ ऐसे न्यूज़पेपर से होंगे जो आप यूपीएससी एस्पिरेंट्स पढ़ते नहीं है इतना, बट उसमें आपका फोकस है कि आपको कंटेंट समझना है. सो दैट इज द फर्स्ट थिंग टू अंडरस्टैंड कि जो भी न्यूज में हो रहा है दैट इज अ ब्रेड एंड बटर, नो मैटर कौन से वेबसाइट पे, कौन से न्यूज़पेपर पे या कौन से मैगजीन में वो रिपोर्ट हुआ है. कमिंग टू सम स्पेसिफिक, एंड आई विल से सम रिसोर्सेज जो इतने कॉमन नहीं है. तो इंडियन हिस्ट्री के लिए देयर इज दिस वेबसाइट कॉल्ड लिव हिस्ट्री इंडिया, which is not meant to be a UPSC prep or any exam prep. It is just made by people who are very enthusiastic about Indian history. Now, in my entire prep, I realized that the resources that are released by people who are passionate about the subject are much, much more useful than resources released by coaching institutes or जो UPSC business में है. Because I just don't find them interesting enough. I don't find them curious enough when they approach questions. There's so much of passion when you read websites like Live History India, or for that matter, for IR, you read the Diplomat, the articles in the Diplomat, or any other thing you read, ORF, Observer Research Foundation's publications. What else? I mean, for economics, there is an excellent kind of resource. I mean, there are many good resources for economics, but if you read the Mint, you read the Indian Express's explained section. For polity, you read PRS, what PRS is putting out as its blogs and so on. For ethics, you basically read case studies from around the world, which is what I did. Public administration, public governance is a very important course around the world. So you'll find lots of examples, lots of interesting case studies, mainly from the US, which I used a lot in my answers. So ultimately, the point is I don't have a fixed book list. I don't have a fixed resource list, but the key idea was to know what the syllabus contains, putting those keywords online, and just reading whatever came up. Taki, after a sufficient amount of time, if you follow this slightly incoherent strategy and you do it for a period of say 4 or 5 months, it is bound to happen कि every word of the syllabus you will have some or the other keywords in your mind. कि अच्छा अगर मैंने ये चीज पढ़ी honesty के बारे में in public service, then you would suddenly remember cases where some public servant was very honest, or when they were the opposite, and that could be in Brazil, that could be in India, that could be in the US. When you write your answers with the perspective convey होता है बहुत diverse और holistic perspective, I think that is valued by the examiners.
Wow, that's great. That's something which मेरे को लगता है कि ये बिल्कुल unique strategy है. I've never heard of this thing, because so many toppers and people come and they all have same kind of similar book list and strategy, but this is something like multiple sources को follow करना and knowing what is going around you, so many new curious things. Like this is something मुझे लगता है ये वही लोग कर सकते हैं जिनको spoon feeding की habit नहीं है. They feel like I can search for my own and I can build up my own things in my own way. So that's a great thing, and I feel that it's very unique, because in my experience मुझे लगता है कि this is really really great.